Royal team. Meg Sob's pal George and Amal Clooney attend the Prince's Trust Awards to support the king. No more friendship. When there are rifts as wide as that between Prince Harry and Meghan and the rest of the royal family, friends have to choose a side, and it appears that George and Amal Clooney may have chosen their side. The couple attended the Prince's Trust Awards on Tuesday. That's the organization created by the King Charles himself and his biggest charitable success. The Clooneys clearly want to be on good terms with the king and the royal family, whispers a source at the ceremony, but they do still care about being on good terms with the California-based Sussexes, right? The Hollywood star and his wife, a lawyer and activist, have not been pictured with Harry and Meghan since the royal couple's wedding at Windsor in 2018. Meghan was missing in action when the Clooneys launched a humanitarian award in New York last September. The Clooneys invited show business pals, including British actress Phoebe DeVenner, the Bridgerton star, to attend the launch of their Albie Awards, named after South African Justice Albie Sachs, in honor of his commitment to end apartheid. Human rights lawyer Amal was joined by guests including Donatella Versace, Meryl Streep, Dua Lipa, Julia Roberts, Gayle King, and many more. Afterwards, there was a party in the penthouse suite of the Mark Hotel. It was the place where Meghan held her lavish baby shower for Archie in February of 2019, attended, of course, by Amal, who gave her a lift back to Britain on the Clooney private jet. And yet, although it fell well outside the mourning period for the Queen, Meghan and Harry were not amongst the guests. George Clooney said in 2019, "We live not too far from one another, and we have dinners and stuff, and we're friends with them for all the reasons that you're friends with anybody." The friendship extended to a public defense of Meghan. Later that year, he told an Australian magazine, quote, "They're just chasing Meghan Markle everywhere. She's a woman who is 7 months pregnant, and she's been pursued and vilified and chased in the same way that Diana was, and it's history repeating itself." A month after Meghan's baby shower in New York, he again said that the Duchess was being treated in ways he thought was unkind. He told Good Morning Britain, quote, "I think it's a little unfair at times. I've seen it when the press can turn on you for sort of ridiculous reasons and for almost nothing, and it seemed to me to be a little unjust since Meghan hadn't done anything except just happen to live her life and exist." However, since that point, the Clooneys have been silent on the topic of their Montecito friends. At the Prince's Trust Awards, all the talk was about King Charles' coronation, which Meghan did not even attend. Fashionable London restaurateur and author Yotam Ottolenghi was born and raised in Israel, but not everything was kosher. Pun intended. "I grew up in a non-traditional Jewish home, very secular," he says. "Food-wise, we had pork, which was unheard of." His mother came from Germany and father came from Italy. Telling Ruth Rogers, Table for a Podcast, quote, "My mom had that butcher in Jerusalem, the only one that sold pork, but it was under the counter in a brown bag. She used to buy ham, and we used to get ham sandwiches for school, but we weren't allowed to say that it was in our sandwiches, and we weren't allowed to share it with any friends. So the cover story was that it was turkey, but a very pink turkey."